Go back in.
Okay, I'll make a motion to open our regular meeting for June 7th.
Second.
How do you vote?
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Is there any conflicts of interest to disclose?
None.
None?
I have none.
I have
Okay.
none.
Okay, no conflicts of interest, thank you. So our two agenda items for tonight are minutes and for April 5th and May 2nd, and looking at draft resolutions that were part of those minutes. We'll start with the shorter one and just go to May 2nd. Is everyone okay with that? Was I even at that meeting? I don't have copies of minutes in my packet.
Here you do. At the end of them.
Oh, yes, this is where we adopted minutes. Yes,
Minutes on minutes.
Minutes, we got it.
Like this meeting. Oh, then they can,
it's a perpetual cycle, isn't it?
they can go on the website.
Okay, May 2nd meeting. It was basically, these minutes consist of motions to adopt a bunch of resolutions. So I don't know if everyone's had a chance to look through these. If you want to spend 5 minutes and browse through this, by all means.
Have you read them?
Any comments?
I have none.
No comment.
No. Okay, I'll make a motion to adopt the minutes as drafted for May 2nd.
Second.
How do you vote?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Mike, I don't know if you're allowed to vote. I think you weren't serving at the time. Okay. Okay, well, motion passes. So that was adopted. And my thought is I would like to hold off on adopting the minutes for the 25th at this time. Does anyone have any objections to that?
No.
So we spend a little more time considering them.
Yeah.
No objection.
Okay. Alrighty then. So we'll carry that over to our next meeting. Is there any other agenda items anyone would like to discuss tonight? Well, I guess there's no agenda items, but I didn't know if there's any topics.
Welcome, our new deputy clerk.
Oh, yes, welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
You're gonna have a very short meeting, it looks like. Since Dorothea is here, I do potentially have a question. I noticed the trustees changed their meetings to Tuesdays.
They did.
And there was a push at one point to have everyone meet on Thursdays, and I guess that's not happened. And now we have a new clerk. I'm wondering if it makes sense to revisit meeting schedules, and if anyone had a thought on that. We don't need to change anything. Right now, HPB meets on Mondays, trustees are Tuesdays, and we're Wednesdays. And I know that can be hard on the staff because people like to sign up for evening commitments sometimes on weekdays. So if you have to leave Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday open, I know that can be a challenge, but I didn't know if there's any general thoughts about this. If maybe we want to move it back to Wednesday to be with same day as the HPB.
It's really whatever your board would like, we'll accommodate. But one of the things we were hoping to have a systematic, always Thursdays. At the time we tried to do that, it really didn't work out with everybody on the board. So you have the power, obviously, of changing your meetings to suit your board's needs. We're here to serve.
Does anyone have any thoughts about that?
I'm happy with Wednesdays.
I like Wednesday works for my schedule.
It works best for your schedule?
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, then I don't have any problems on Wednesdays. I slightly prefer Mondays, but it's not a big deal either way to me.
Jared, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, it actually would be slightly more convenient for me to have it be on a night other than Wednesday, but I can make this work, and I want to do whatever works for the majority of the board and especially for the staff.
Staff is good every 6 months. No, you guys are fine. Honestly, you schedule, we do the best to accommodate.
Okay. And then one other thing, since Dorothea is here, is remote meetings.
Remote meetings.
So my understanding of the situation, and fill me in if I'm wrong, is that if we want to be able to do remote meetings, it's up to us because the trustees declined to adopt a law for the entire village. So that means each board can draft a resolution and adopt it for remote meetings, and then we have to define what constitutes an emergency adequate for
Correct.
remote attendance and so on.
You have it 100% correct. The village board could have adopted a local law for all the boards to allow them to conduct have someone come in remotely for an emergency, or if they were traveling for work or something happened. The village board declined to do that because at that time it didn't suit that board. HPB went ahead and did adopt that resolution and has used it.
And I know we have a resolution template from that.
Yes.
I asked you for that some time ago and saw it, and it looked reasonable, and it could be tweaked if we wanted to tweak it a little
Yes, you
bit.
can tweak it and adopt that resolution, and, there you go. To me, it keeps your board intact in times that it might not be completely intact. I think part of what the HPV did was to make sure that there was a quorum at the hall.
I think that's required. I think there still have
That
to
was
be,
my understanding,
I
but
think
there was
that's
a little
state law.
bit of misunderstanding with the
Yeah.
village board on that piece. To me, that makes sense, because then you have a presence here, and then you have your remote presence.
Are we still in the situation that we have to make notice of all alternative locations and open them up to the public?
No, that changed with that ability.
Okay, that was a major drag. I remember sitting in hotel lobbies. and
Yeah, because then the point, the
Putting
change
it
of that
back.
was to allow the public to go where you are, and honestly, with the pandemic, that wasn't what you wanted. You didn't want people traipsing through your home, so I think that fell away. But we should note that, if we know where someone's going to be not appearing in person, that they are appearing remotely.
Okay. I'm kind of bringing this up because I've been traveling a lot this year. Hopefully it's ending, but I've been out of town like half the year so far, like 2 weeks a month. So far I've been able to schedule it to work all right with our meetings, but basically if someone was to call in, they would just be speaking through the speakerphone, correct?
They would, the thing that we've determined with the HPV, we want them to appear on the screen behind you.
Yeah.
We are working on meeting room upgrades. I keep saying I'm working on it because our system, let's be honest, it's kind of been patchwork to work.
Right.
And when we do this, I got to throw another laptop up, I got to get the projector, and it really is not the best of the world. So we're working on getting TVs, and then we could project your image. We think the best thing is to be able to, for the public to see you if they're sitting here, and also be able to see you online. So we're working towards that. In the meantime, yes, we're projecting you up on the screen.
That is one of the primary purposes of the open meetings law, is to allow the public to observe you
Right.
while you're doing municipal business.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're working on making the system better. It's working, cross fingers, toes, but we'd like it to be better.
Okay, so I know when it was all remote, there were some very useful advantages to that, in that someone could present their screen and we can edit documents in real time and things like that. So someone could have a document open, they could modify it, everybody could see it. That was very, very helpful at times. It sounds like if you're getting a projector and stuff set up, we might be able to do some of that inside the room here.
Possibly with the system,
Yeah.
as I said, actually this location is cited for a screen on a tilt, so we can
Uh-huh.
tilt it out for the public. And I'm cited back there for another screen because we have such bad sound in the room, having a smaller TV tilt out for the back. So we are working on that. So yes, technically you could have it up there and be doing your things and the public can see what you're doing, but that would depend if you had someone appearing remotely. I'm sure there's ways to split screen, do all that. That's pay well above the name. I'm, working on the quotes. We have the ARPA funds geared to do it. It's just getting the quotes, getting people who want to do it and be cost effective.
Okay. So maybe just do an inquiry here. Do we want to consider adopting this resolution allowing for remote attendance of meetings?
I'd like to read it first.
Oh, obviously, it's got to get read, but I'm saying, is that something we want to put on a future agenda? Or is that something that, I travel a lot, but I've been getting by. I don't foresee it as being an issue in the next 6 months for me. So I don't see any urgency to this at all. I didn't know if anyone else had an issue. Katie's not here, so I can't hear her take on it.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I don't know how urgent it is, probably not very. I think it would probably be used fairly infrequently, but I think it's a good idea to have it on the books and have the ability to use it when necessary. Obviously, it depends on the details, if we can discuss it, but I'm in favor of discussing it and, figuring
Awesome.
out what we can come to an agreement on.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so you two are also amenable to at least discussing it and considering?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. So maybe we'll put that on a future agenda item, and we'll bring we'll get the HPB document, their resolution, and forward it around to everybody, and at least someone can read it. And then if we want to go forward with it, we can consider what minor changes we need to make.
Could I request also that in that packet we put together with the model resolution, if we get the state law, the relevant state law on that? so
It's
we
all,
can.
I think it's all part of it.
Oh, it's all in that? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we'll make sure you have it.
Okay.
I'll make
so-
sure Alexandria has it so she can.
Right.
Okay, so that's on YouTube plate to get that together and pass it around to all the board members. Thank you.
We'll make sure.
Very good. Those are all the ancillary items I have for the time being. Anything else anyone wants to mention? No? All right, let's adjourn then. Someone want to make a motion?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. You're a little quick, a little slow on that adjournment vote. That's usually